Good evening, Singaporeans. 大家晚上好. I don't know how long I can address Singaporeans using the word Singaporeans, because in time to come, with the influx of foreigners, maybe the next elections I may have to address you differently, because if there are so many Chinese, Indians coming to Singapore to become citizens, and we may become Chin Dear Po. Now this, let's hope will not happen. Now the reason I'm standing here for the third time as a candidate contesting in the general elections is enough proof that I am committed as much as the new people, the young people who have courageously stood up this time round. Why RP? Why the Reform Party? The Reform Party is not a new party. It's new in the political arena, in the political landscape, but it is the embodiment of a spirit, the democratic spirit, very strong, the spirit of JBJ. Nobody in the Middle Age can deny that Mr. J.B. Jeyaretnam had, during his lifetime, sacrificed so much that every voter, every Singaporean would be moved to tears to see him selling books in the street just to pay off his fines for defamation suit. And unfortunately, after forming the Reform Party, Mr. J.B. Jeyaretnam had to leave us. But he left behind a legacy so that we can carry on the spirit of democracy. Today, we are overwhelmed because this election is not any other election. This time round, you get to see more candidates coming forward to take part in to contest against the incumbent PAP government. It has never happened before. Now, maybe in the past, it's due to fear. Is there a reason to fear? No. Why should you fear? Fear what? Fear that you will lose a job, or fear that you will lose your rights? Why? It's all about you. It's all about your future. It's all about our future. So there's no reason to fear at all. Now the fear comes in the form of a vote, which you will be exercising it the next few days on the 7th of May. And this is a very powerful thing. Nothing to fear. Now we talk about it. Now many people think that if you vote in the opposition, you're going to be in trouble and chaos. Like MMD would say, you will regret. Now let me ask you, have the citizens, the residents in Potong Pasir and Hougang regretted anything? That proves for over 20 years, Potong Pasir residents live on as normal. People in Ang Mo Kio, in West Coast, any part of Singapore. Don't worry. The same for Hougang. This time round, you have to put forward your rights. Voting in the opposition does not equal to choosing as per the candidate for candidate. It is a representation of your own rights and interests. Remember this. It's for your own children, for your own family. So there's nothing to fear. If you fear losing jobs. If this is true, then the people living in Potong Pasir and Hougang would have lost their jobs long time ago. Right? You think people in Potong Pasir and Hougang have lost their jobs and now in worse conditions than everybody else living elsewhere? No. So remember, don't fear the PAP. Challenge the PAP. Protect your own rights. Secure your own future. Because if you don't, what will happen? You are endorsing the PAP brand. And that's very dangerous. Because why? They are going to bring in more foreigners to take your place, to take your jobs. You know that foreign students come here, they are heavily subsidized up to 80%. 80, not 18, 80%. And they're given allowance, they're given a job guarantee for 3 years upon graduation. Now what will happen to your children if your children are now schooling? In years to come, they will lose everything. Lose to the competition from within. Then housing will be so expensive that you have to compete with the people coming from abroad. Is this what you want? No? Then remove that fear. For your own interest, for your own sake, remove that fear. Now we want to talk about last few days, the Prime Minister PM Lee, Mr. Lee Hsien Loong, he had in fact acknowledged slip-ups under the PAP government, right? He mentioned about the Mas Selamat saga, the flooding incidents, and high cost of living, the influx of foreigners taking jobs, and the other many concerns. He had acknowledged that these were in fact real issues affecting our average Singaporeans. So this being the case, it is an admission of weakness in the PAP system. It means that they are not super elites, they are not demigods who can, solve everything. If they can, why would they now be panicky going around to secure votes? Huh? So the very reason they are not perfect, but yet they pay themselves millions of dollars as ministers. And I think they should be rightly called millionsters, not ministers. Because they are only interested in the millions. Huh? Only interested in the millions. How often do they address problems? And now they start with issues and they tell you, oh, the economy is so well, and they say the next few years we're going to focus on jobs and this and that. Now it's all talk. On the ground, during a walkabout with the RP candidates and Mr. Jernam Kenneth, we realized that on the ground, there are so many people who are out of jobs, even in the middle age. And older ones, worse, they have suffered a great deal. And what's the solution? The CPF minimum sum comes in, so to speak, protect them. But you know about the minimum sum? It's all rubbish. The package that you have to put 123,000 with the CPF board, and then upon the age of 65, then you can start withdrawing. It depends on how much you have. Maybe you can only collect every month $500, maybe $800. And if it's 500, you factor this in factor in the inflation in years to come, and the other high cost of living. What is a few $100s in Singapore for a month, even for an individual? But our ministers, they demand $1 million because they think that should be the minimum that they need. But for the ordinary people, they think that few $100s a month is sufficient. Isn't it unfair? So remember, the vote is all about the vote on the 7th of May. Don't give it to the PAP this time. Give it to the opposition. Give it to the Reform Party. Give it to the West Coast GRC team. Give it to the Ang Mo Kio GRC team under the RP banner. I briefly talk a little in Mandarin. 各位新加坡人，这一届的大选是非常关键的，因为大家要看的 不要再看到以往的行动党的行动，这个行动可怕了，它的标志是雷电，我们这个闪电雷雨太多了，人民受苦了。现在你们选择什么呢？选择太阳 ，Reform Party 的太阳出来了，阳光，我们要找阳光，因为大家太悲惨，因为现在很多中年人跟老年人都很受苦。中年呢，一些被裁员之后呢，很难找到更好的工作。这个也是因为我们这个 PAP 政府太没良心了。你怎么会引进那么多人，几百万人口？你说从300万你增加到500万，还要增加600多万，你说我们人民能生存吗？你真的有工作给大家吗？你没有的话，你为什么要引进多200万人口呢？凭什么呢？你有什么证据说每一个外国人来了，我们本地人就有受益？这都是谎言，都是一种谎言。大家亲眼，你不相信，你问你亲戚朋友，大家是不是现在很多人都很累，有工作就跳来跳去，嫌东嫌西的？没有，我们在 Walkabout 跟这个队伍，西海岸的 GRC 的队伍，我们去走 West Coast 的时候，发现很多老人、中年人精神不好，为什么呢？没收入，在家里吃的也是很简单。我讲潮州话，有人说：“部长吃饱好，人免吃咸好。”所以呢，这个是现实的。他们需要呢，就几百万薪水，他说才会吸引人才。但是什么人才呢？真的是那么厉害吗？厉害的话呢，李显龙总理就不会承认了。在前2天，承认了疏忽，在哪一方面？在马斯拉曼跑掉了啊，这个治安的问题，还有什么呢？还有这个淹水的，在澳洲路的，影响到我们这个旅游区啊、商场的啊，还有这个生活费昂高的生活费、医药费，他也都承认这些都疏忽了。那这样的情况下，你的所谓的 PAP 精英到底真的那么值钱吗？不值钱的话，请让位，请让贤，请让这一批更好的人、更有诚意的人、为人民服务的人站起来为大家服务，是吗？因为这个 PAP 太疏忽，为什么呢？做了太久。那每个这个系统是不对的，因为这少做少错。你在里面国会，你看到人家在辩论吗？没有。你说什么东西，总理说什么东西，大家都点头都过了，啊？那这个条例、这个 bill、这个宪法各方面样样通过，政策一一的通过，没有跟人民商量，没有在考察到底这些政策是影响人民的生活，还是对人民生活有什么的保障，一一都不管。所以你们记得，这个7号这张票，你们手上这张票是非常重要的，因为这是代表你们的前途，代表你们家里的前途，孩子的前途，代表你的权利。因为你不然放弃这个权利，又再给 PAP 进来的话，管你多5年的话，悲哀了。为什么呢？他们会引进更多的外国人来跟你竞争，跟你的孩子竞争学校的位置啊，竞争什么呢？屋子，把这个物价抬高了，逼得你走投无路，到时你医药费也付不起，你也只好去做吼，对吗？所以记住，这张票不要浪费掉，不要说我还是给别人投吧，千万记住，神圣的一票在你手里，权力在你手里，记得7号投反对党，投革新党，谢谢大家。